Very sloppy, but we are live. Let's adjust this preset to zoom in on my gorgeous face. Hi, everybody. We're going to stream a Limbless tour today. I'm a little behind. Where I'd like to be. In terms of preparedness. Hello. So today we're playing a Limbless tour with the top team, with one of the top 4 teams from Seattle. Are we still going? We just started. I literally just went live. Oh, there's like no entries in this. That's unfortunate. Why? Why are there no entries? Oh, because Nino has something it's... Oh, no, that doesn't leave... Why is no one in this? Well... If it's small, whatever. Not the end of the world. Scrafty, no. Its baby form is better. Scraggy. Just joshing, you want me to end the stream? Oh, geez, you don't have to be here. What a mess. This rental code is not public. Sorry, guys. Gonna pull this out for a second so I can... I don't want to leak this rental code. Oh, right, I forgot to freaks out the, forgot doing that freaks out, the capture card. Would Calyrex Ice plus Raging Bull be a good Trick Room combo? I have great news about what 2 Pokemon won a regional together. Cali Ice did in fact win a regional together. They work relatively well together. God, Limitless. Is it just I'm using Chrome? I also can't wait for Champions. By which I means I will be forced to wait for Champions. And play lots more Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, no, I think OBS just hates Google Chrome. When will announce the next official format? I have no idea. My tinfoil hat conspiracy is going to get like a half format in April, and if they announce when the format ends, then they'll be basically announcing when Champions launches, or giving us a range for when Champions launches, and they don't want to do that because that's not really TPCI's news to break. That's not really their prerogative. So I don't know. I suspect it'll just be Reg F till Champions. That's probably just like the cleanest thing they could do. Hello, chat. This Limitless tour has 6 people in it. So we'll see what happens. But, you know, reps are reps, I guess. And there's a Nino tour at 8, so we can always just, like, if this wraps up really fast or is on fire, we can just chill till 8 and then play the Nino tour. Is Bro winning yet? Bro is waiting for round 1. And Bro is trying to make sure the stream is set up properly, because I usually do it through my YouTube studio, but I did it through OBS because I was in a rush. Because I was sitting here eating, because I was downstairs eating carrots and drinking tap water, because I'm a very exciting man. I was eating baby carrots right out of the bag. And drinking water out of my fridge. My fridge water dispenser that I changed the filter on at a regular rate. I was talking about prescription medications and grocery shopping. This is my life. I'm very exciting. And I explained to my mother why the internet was mad at me today on Twitter because I picked the wrong sport. I picked the sport that let people go, aha, that's actually expensive, which is true. Memes and Dreams 13. I am running Colin Hires top 4 Seattle team. I've been a big Cress Ursa fan for a long time now. I actually came really close to running Cress Ursa at the first Reg F EUIC. And then I disconnected at like a 1750 ELO GC game, Global Challenge game, the week before that first event, and I crashed the fuck out. Like pardon my language, I flipped. I was so mad. It was like the worst rage bait I've ever gotten. I actually thought I broke my Switch. I got really mad for a second, because I got so mad. And I was like, I can't play this team ever again. So I switched to a team I didn't know very well and played bad, and didn't do so hot. And then after that, yeah, I didn't like my team's Raging Bolt balance. My team's Raging Bolt balance matchup, and that was really the end of it. But I think this team is a little more robust. I was under the impression, I think a lot of people were under the impression that it's really, really hard to play both Amoonguss and Cress. Play Amoonguss, Cress, and Instant on your team. Because they're all a little passive, and Colin's team kind of deals with that. So that made me interested in it again. Hot take, Dex, she could have been good if only if I had a competitive because of Big Six. Okay, let me... guys, I'm gonna be so real. I'm close to banning the phrase Big Six in chat. Y'all do not, like... Big Six is not, like, the sixth most broken Pokemon ever. You understand that, right? It was the most dominant team ever in the context in which it existed. If you said, Jacob, here's Nat Dex, and my build a like a double restricted team, and my opponent walked up with Big Six, I would roll them. Are you kidding me? They would be annihilated. Like, power creep has passed them by. Like, are the restricted still broken? Yes. Oh, you're gonna show up with like, what was Big Six again? Well, who was on Big Six? I want to make sure I'm not mixing the Big Six and Chalk. I'm pretty sure I have it right. Yeah, we're gonna show up with Talonflame? Whoa! Gonna show up with 2 Megas? Whoa! Like, come on, guys. Like, Talonflame's pretty good still. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But, like, double Megas, like... You're gonna show up with Salamence? No, like Gen 6 Miracle would still be broken, right, Noah? But like if you were told, okay, you can either play exactly Big Six without any of their nerfs, or you could play like you could like build a team yourself with like the same out of like the current national decks, and everything's stats are as they are today. You would choose to build your own team, and you would be able to figure out a way to beat Big Six really consistently. And it wouldn't be like it was back then, where you could either beat Big Six or beat everything else. You could just like have a team with a good game plan into it. Literally all of them? Yeah, no, literally all of them. That's really funny to think about. All right, runs up. Who do I got? I have Almond Spy. Hey there. How's it going? Well, Miraidon, I mean, it doesn't farm Big Six, period. Like, Miraidon does not like Primal Groudon. But yeah, I mean... All right, round one. There's Miraidon outspeeds bulky Primal Groudon. They weren't going like that. That's not true. There's no way that's true. All right, Almond Spy. Pachirisu. I know that guy. All right, so the way I've been approaching this matchup, and it's probably wrong, But I have found, like, a Moongus Flutter to be really good early. Like, I just go for the balance 4. And I kind of like flexing to the crest stuff, but I don't like starting with it. Berserk Gorilla, that is true. However, none of that stops us from getting Draco Meteor, which does do a crap ton. I would be shocked if you can't calc Primal Groudon to live that. I'm gonna check while we wait. I don't know if I agree with that, Noah. Alright, let's lock in. I want to actually get some real reps with this. Ogerpon Fire. Man, I can just... I think this Spore Power Gem here, right? Like, this feels pretty free. Yeah, we're timid, Specs. There's a world. Oh my god. You know what? I'll take that trade. I'm not too upset about that. Alright, well, if they're... Okay. Well, they have all the things, then yeah. Let's switch my Rillaboom, dog. I'm not picking Precipice Blade, I'm picking Earthquake. Damn, Primal Groudon with the Fake Out Core sounds really obnoxious, actually. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah, I think Instant's fine here. That's true. Big Six does not notably have a Rillaboom. Someone should fix that. Is there a downside to Terroring at this point? Not really. So I can just, like, go for the Spore and U-turn, and if they Trick Room, I'll just pivot out next turn. That did so little. That is the world's bulkiest Ogerpon. But it's not on my calcs. Oh, wow. I was way off there. My bad. Super my bad. I just assumed. When you assume you're often wrong, shame on me. Helmet. Get off the big Spore. What item is this Fari? I think I just want to simplify the game state here. Like, since it's not really threatening anything. Yeah, this feels like my best bet. Oh, I didn't play around their Gleam Flutter. They're like Flutter, like getting me with a bunch of Gleams. That was wrong of me. I feel like they didn't bring Flutter. find out. Ursa. You know, I genuinely considered going like... I genuinely considered going like just like Surging Spore into the instance. That makes no sense because I have Terra Grass. So I consider that because I'm bad. Now it's pretty easily go boop. Boop. We should be good. In testing, I ate a -1 Headlong Rush, I think. I'm gonna find out if I remembered wrong. That's also supposed to put the Headlong Rush into my Amoonguss, which doesn't make very much sense, frankly. Fake Out. Probably is the big facade. Yeah, which we do eat. Now we can Fake Out Surging. Because you are Terra Dragon. And if you Terra the instant here, then I just Surging the Ursa Luna next turn. But you're Terra Dragoning the Ursa Luna. Like, let's be realistic. And just for the sake of, like, maximizing damage, I'm just gonna, like, protect, go to Amoonguss, Rage Powder, close combat, or Rage Powder surging, just, like, try to make it as hard as possible for our opponent to, like, get a high roll or something. Because, frankly, I don't know how much damage my close combats do, because I am not familiar enough with my team. Ryan, if you're watching, can you DM me the exact pace I'm using? So that I can, as what I wanted, because now I get instant back in for free. Oh, Amoonguss, you lived, Ashmoongi! My man! Yeah, it's for posterity's sake. Well, this Rage Powder surging. I guess if Earthquake crits and kills my Urshifu, this is wrong. Is it? Okay. And I can run some calcs instead of making plays that might be objectively bad. Because, like, I definitely was supposed to just, like, close combat there and then let him kill both, even if he gets the crit. And then I just bring Instant back in and knock off. Then I have to reveal Instants faster than his Ursa Luna. Which is not a guaranteed thing. And... oh, I'm hiding information. Did Instant get weird though? Did he like freeze for a second? Did he go like... Fake Out? CC. 17 Cats is online. Alright, that's game 1. Got it. I like the 4 I brought. Do I want to bring them in the same order? I feel like Instant Ursh is my best. No. I could get, like, really passive and go Amoonguss Ensign. Sounds bad. I'll go Instant Flutter this time, perhaps. With these two in the back. Yeah, I don't hate this. I don't hate this at all. Yeah, I really don't hate this U-turning off their instant and power jamming here. Like, I don't want to reward them for getting aggressive. And, like, I think trading my Fluttermane for damage is good here, because their team isn't that good at handling Amoonguss. And I think if I do that, they're pretty incentivized. If I do that and end the turn with Urshifu in play, they're pretty incentivized to try to go for some pretty aggressive play with, like, hard swapping in Fari, and I'm just not gonna opt into that option. Like, opt into that game, into that mind game, because I'll be pressuring Aqua Jet. Or are they just doing it this turn? Fluttermane. Okay, good to know they have the Fluttermane, and so I need to know. I need to be careful about. Oh, they're Terra-ing turn 1. Okay, that is really interesting here. So they want to remove my Fluttermane. I think they are. I think they are identifying that if they can remove my Fluttermane early, that'll be strong for them. Big power gem, huge chip, nice. They bonk me. I lost my Flutter for most of their Ogerpon and their Terra. God, I really feel like I made their... I really do feel like I made their... Farigiraf look really bad. Can I just, like... Terra steal my Urshifu, Aqua Jet the Ogerpon slot, Spore the Fluttermane slot? Is that the end of the world? The back's... No, the back has to be... The back has to be Fari, right? I think my safest play this turn is Detect, Terra, Fire, Spore the Fluttermane. It's a nice shirt. Thank you. It's a work shirt. I've been very busy today. Lawyer work, not scrawl work. Well, I guess scrawl work, because I recorded a short on it earlier when I got home. Talking about that new Rotom form. Because they have no Spore Switch in here. And they could lock Power Gem. That would be bad. But that would be... They would be reading my Terra Fire. That'd be reading... That would mean reading Terra Fire. And... like, not hard swapping in Fari for, like, an Aqua Jet or something. Okay, so they wouldn't let me do it. But I think this is still a better, safer play. Are they just doubling? This is neutral, right? So we should be fine. Good job, Amoonguss. A little scary, but good job. The double was smart. The double does make me have to take a pretty aggressive play here. So, no, because if they're -1 Woodhammer, I can ignore it. So I'm going to just Surging swap to Instant here. And say, like, hit your -1 Woodhammer. I should live it. You don't have Swords Dance. If you follow me, whatever. I might be getting too aggressive. I might be playing a little too crazy. All because I'm so afraid of this Farigiraf that might not even be in the back. They stayed in. -1 Woodhammer. Nice, and you're out of the recoil. How's the stream going so far? We are currently 1-0. And with any luck, that should be getting even better. Ensign, and last piece is what? Ursa. Okay, so yeah, that's game over. So we protect Fake Out just for posterity's sake, and then we go surging the... Yeah, surging this thing next turn, go into a Moongus. No, I'm gonna be in Puerto Rico. So no VR for me. I'm gonna double Gears Luna because I'm not, like, too familiar with my calcs. So, like, God forbid you live on a sliver. No, good. That is game. You know what's really, you know what makes me very happy about that game? There were 2 turns I tried to find the safest play possible. My opponent found what was pretty close to a read both times. And the game still worked out pretty clearly. So I'm pretty happy here. Yeah, like they can eat my they can eat my Urshifu here. And like it won't be like a 1-turn thing, but full HP instant comes in, intimidates his, Fake Out Spore, then like Fake Out Spore, then like U-turn Sludge Bomb, U-turn Sludge Bomb, U-turn, like, yeah. Yeah, good games. Very good games. And we are 1-0. I'm gonna... Zero, can you do Aquarium Moltres choice specs? What do you mean Aquarium Moltres? And how's it going, Reverse Holo Pokemon? I'm glad you're trying some VGC. It's a lot of fun. I never... This guy trying to voice escalate. I'm still getting over a cold. You're gonna make me choke. That might be what's happening here. We might be trying to voice the Escalarian. Let me... I never told my YouTube channel, my YouTube stream, my Discord, that I am live. And if you want to get notifications when I'm live on the Discord server, join the Discord server. One day I'll set up Nightbot so that it's here automatically, but I haven't done that yet. So either Nathan's in the chat and he'll do it for me, or I'll post it in 2 seconds. Sanitarium Ultras? Sanitarium Ultras is when you use Moltres to try to counter Xerneas, like Paul Ruiz did to get top 4 at LAIC in 2019? I think it was 19? This is a very small Limitless tour. I didn't realize I was one starting at 8, I'm gonna be honest. So I joined this teeny tiny one instead. It's an 8-player tour. We're 1-0 so far. I'm just trying out Brian Collins' team. Not Brian Collins, Brian Hare, also known as The Battle Room. Am I not woke enough? I feel like, guys, I feel like... okay, I'm gonna do something I shouldn't do and talk about my actual opinions on here. So I made a post while I was waiting for the pharmacy. I was waiting for the pharmacy on my lunch break, being like, I get why people are worried about monetization getting out of hand in Champions, but, you know, it's not pay to win. It's pay for convenience. Read some Marx. I have a degree in political science and philosophy. Don't tell me to read more Marx. Don't question me on continental Europe analytic philosophy post-World War II and in the 18th and 19th centuries. Chat. Anyway. Will I talk about it? No, I won't. I don't like it. I don't know. It was fine. I did it because people said it would be good for... Again, good for the LSAT, because they like critical thinking skills. And philosophy is a good way to build critical thinking. Anyway, where was I? Oh, so I felt like I was being like, while I can see the pay to win, like, I could see the monetization could be a problem, I think it could be, you know, we can't say for sure yet, like, the most neutral thing possible. And people were like, Scroll, why are you racist? I was like, what? And I picked hockey, and hockey is an expensive sport, and geopolitical stuff, and that is true. I will admit, like, hockey specifically was not the best example. But people went nuts on it. And the other thing, guys, that I'm seeing a lot of lately, that it's like, people are saying things like, oh, like, God forbid Pokemon lose money on one of their live service games. Like, basically, I like that you're going, let's go, Scrawl's mad, people have opinions. Yeah, I saw that floating around a lot. I saw like people saying we should be able to compete in the game for free, stuff like that. Like, guys, like, I don't know if you know this. And again, maybe I shouldn't be saying this. I don't know if you know this. You know, Pokemon doesn't have to make the game or support VGC at all, right? Like, they're a company. Their goal, I know this, it's weird, but their goal is to make money off us, right? They don't make all these cute creatures that we love and all this stuff because they have such whimsy in their hearts. They hire people with whimsy in their hearts to make the Pokemon so that we give them money. There's no world where they go, you know, you can have this one for free. Like, oh, JVGC, I have no idea what you mean. Like, I have no clue what you mean about an advertisement for Pokemon Home. Every single Pokemon game that has existed since Pokemon Home has come out has had some kind of reward for connecting it to Pokemon Home. This isn't a new thing. Like, that's a silly one, honestly. To me. And the 30 boxes, well, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. That's the thing, we don't have enough information. Do I think that'd be silly if they said, if you don't give us money in this freemium, it's freemium. I feel like that phrase has, sure, I'll tackle this first. I think that makes sense. So what I am saying, Tomid, is, of course, they could have done it better. Or, who knows, maybe this is, we don't know the model yet, but from that, they could have done it better. What I'm baffled at are the people who are acting like there was a world where Pokemon Champions was going to launch, and they were going to say, guys, here's everything, go nuts. And I know you keep talking about Marvel Rivals, but I just, for a quick comparator, right? Like, how many individual characters are there in Marvel Rivals, right? Like, a big part of the appeal of Pokemon is the little guys, and getting the little guys. So I feel like there was never going to be a world where Game Freak or Nintendo or Pokemon Works, whoever, said, guys, here's all the Pokemon at once, because that is antithetical to the way, like, Pokemon has always sort of managed itself, right? Like, does that mean it's a good thing? No. But realistically, if every Pokemon in the game and every item in the game is obtainable through grinding, and you can spend money on conveniences, that's not so bad. There was never going to be a world where they said, here's every Pokemon, go nuts. Would that have been nice? Yes. Do I think a different company or a different brand might have done that, even with how many different Pokemon there are? Yeah, I do. But it was never going to happen. And, like, okay, how many Pokemon are there? Like, you get what I mean, right, Tom? Like, a big part of competitive mons, like, a big part of Pokemon as a brand, I don't just like competitive, Pokemon as a brand is, gotta catch them all, gotta get them all, right? Like, well, I don't think Go's an apt comparator, because Go, they never, like, people compete on Go now, and Go has PvP, but Go was never like, hey guys, here's this competitive game to compete on it. And I think people sort of misinterpret this idea of what's the word? Man, my brain is shot today. What? I don't know if I want to know what you mean by you can't legally obtain Nintendo Online. I don't know if I want to know what that means. Are there areas Nintendo Online doesn't offer? Honestly, Cedar shots, true. Somebody in the thread called, oh, you can have your parents buy it for you. Like, that's like, I mean, if the problem is I am too young, I mean, I have really bad news about terms of service on basically any online platform. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any like. I don't know if there's any regions NSO isn't in. I know. Peaceful Demon. This is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It is the outgoing Pokemon game, but for us competitive players like me, it is where we still are going to be playing until Champions launches sometime in April, and then sometime after the launch of Wheels transfer over to that. I am playing in a small online tournament where I play best of 3 matches in the official competitive Pokemon format. That is called VGC. It is double battles. You have a team of 6 Pokemon, and you choose 4 to bring to each battle. So that's what's going on here. We are just waiting for round 2, and while we're waiting, I'm being annoying and complaining because the internet wasn't nice to me. That's true. That's true. No, it's not available on Venus. What do we got here? Bolt Urshi. Oh, this team. This Clown Spaghetti team. Did Penky give me a... This matchup does not look easy. I'm gonna pull up the document that my good friend gave me. Also, Noah, don't worry, I'll give you guys the document at another time. Just don't let me forget. I gave it to Zach already. There it is. And how'd that go, John Luke? Okay, I see. This seems a little weird to me, but I see the vision. Check it out of chat while we're playing. Come on. That's a great question, Norfie. We had a lot of the good stuff in Scarlet Violet. This is the part where I realized they had taunt, right? Ah, yes, they do. Wicked Blow makes the most sense. Yeah, I really don't like Penguin's lead here. I guess, oh, this covers for Smeargle stuff. That's definitely for sure. let's think here. I feel like if I remove this Torn early, I can win with Urshi. Guys moving first on a board of Torn and stuff is so funny. Up. Ah, damn. This is probably Tailwind Wicked Blow the... Yeah, this has got to be Tailwind Wicked Blow, right? So I'm going to U-turn off Torn and Icy here. No. That's not ideal. Oh, this is really tricky. Why couldn't I just... Well, is this over? I think maybe. I think maybe this is over. And not in a good way. Well... Let's think with portals. Fascinating. Why? Oh, that's good to know, Aaron. I'll DM Olivia. Back piece... She means we can maybe win? Because I don't think Heat Wave actually gets us. She's Terra Ghost. Ghost might cook me. So I might have won because I got a call right. I think if they Bleak Winded instead of taunting that turn, I was in a lot of trouble. Oh, okay. Or they could just make a place. Nice. Okay, so that went wrong. Like, quite wrong. Ooh, that's George. Do you not know about Nathan's Slowpoke collection? I see Dazzle seems pretty free. No, this goes wrong if they target my crest instead of my Flutter. Goes, like, really wrong, actually, if they do that. I needed to Terra my Cresselia here. Okay, no, it's fine. Now I bring in AV Ensign. And that should be all she wrote, honestly. Because you already Terra'd, and you're... So now I just go... Right? Like, Psychic Fake Out. Taunt me, sure. Remove the Urshifu. And now it's like... Icy Wind. I can just knock it, right? Not just knocking it makes more sense. Just let them... Math. 180 down to 90. Yeah, this is, like, the most damage I can do. I'm just trying to make sure there's no situation where I can't go like Terra steal my Urshifu off or get the Chiyu to win. Yeah, now I can just icy U-turn. Great. Low roll, high roll. And now we just go fake out you. Fake out you, Aqua Jet you. I don't like this matchup. I won game 1 off a Heat Wave miss. Yeah, like even like 2 single target people can get there, and they don't even get to do that because I protect in the last turn, and the game ends. Okay, awesome. So that's 2-0. Tricky matchup. Good game. I don't like that matchup. Very coin flippy. It's gonna check something because my opponent is alleging. I mean, you missed 1 Heat Wave. Clicking Bleak Foot Heat, and like, tis the game. Tis the game you signed up for playing that team. Yeah. Yeah, it's specs. Considering how much... This or Shield, eventually buy both. I mean, this is the more recent game. And Wind and Waves comes out in a little bit. Oh, no, the Ursa you would have killed. The Ursa you would have killed. I thought you were talking about Game 2. I thought you were talking about... I thought you were saying that missing Heat Wave on Instant in Game 2 mattered. Am I doing VR? No. No, I am not. I'll be in Puerto Rico. If you guys are enjoying the stream, give it a like. If you are new here, welcome. And subscribe. I am trying to get to words with my mouth. Slow blinking like a giraffe, like a lizard. I'm trying to get to... God, what the... Come on, Jacob. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers for Champions. Is it going to happen? Probably not. That would be a huge amount, but if you want to keep my delusion going, subscribe. It'll be fun. You know what? Let's change this title. A large number of subscriptions, yes. 100,000, yes. Theory. Oh, hi. Hey, James. How you doing, buddy? What a nice surprise. If that's you. You know, I've thought about that for a lot. Like, I wish I was as... There's a lot of reasons to wish you were as good as Pokemon as someone like Wolf or Justin Tang or whatever, but so many good video ideas. There's been so many tournaments where I just like, if I won, I could spin such a narrative, you know? What do you think the ideal bug type legendary would be for competitive play when we get one? Yes, I also am aware of Bug Month. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. I should do my laundry. That's what I should do. That's what I should do. What tournament is this? This is just some small Limitless tour. Just I wanted to stream tonight, but I also wanted to make sure I was playing games because I have a tournament coming up. This is Vapor's Midweek Tour. That's what this is. Oh, the Nino Tour started already. So there goes my plan to maybe drop and do Nino Tour instead. Nino Tour only got 70 people. All right, so I guess people's enthusiasm for Scarlet and Violet has dwindled immensely. So I guess that's not surprising that even Nino's only pulling up small numbers. That's nice, James. It's always nice to have you sitting around. It was exciting to see your username pop up. Hey, Tasty. Thank you very much. I'm trying to stream more. I'm very busy. I feel like I'm always like, I'm a busy guy, but not like really. I am a very busy person. But I am trying to stream more. Because obviously when Champions comes out, I'm sure you guys are going to want more live streams. Dom, so the way it works is a website called play.limitlesstcg.com where you can find tournaments. a lot of regularly run tournaments will have a Discord server associated with them, but I find the tournaments through that website. That's a great way to find events. But like I said, you know, people are sort of, you know, we really are in like the death knell Scarlet and Violet at this point. Like, a lot of the biggest tours are getting smaller. Like Sky Pillar had 16. The one that goes on Tuesdays usually had 40. Nino, who was like the biggest tournament organizer, didn't have a lot at all. This Albanese tour had a good amount. It was in the middle of the day. It's kind of interesting. I wonder why. So we're just like, don't expect anything huge these days. It's gonna be a little while until that happens again. But yeah, I mean, that's where we're at. Super. Oh, thank you. I really do appreciate it. I really, really do appreciate it. Does Nino do best of one? Nino tours are good, right? Like, best of one, if you are sitting here preparing for a major tournament, best of one is not great. If you are playing to learn how to play VGC, best of one is fine. I feel like we are a little too harsh on like ladder and stuff when we are in an environment where we're talking to people that might be getting back into the game. When did you play, Rex? Oh, played a few regionals. I don't know. When you said played a few regionals, I assumed you meant a while ago, but that might have been Scarlet Violet. I don't know. But I'm glad you like my videos. I've been trying really hard to angle them towards new and returning players lately, just because, like, it's weird, right? Because I'm a competitive player. A lot of my friends, we're nitty gritty. We're sitting here worrying about damage calcs and stuff. And then I go talk to my audience, and they're like, "I like Pikachu. Can I play Pikachu?" So it's important to like figure out how to split that gap, and this sort of like stuff that any competitive player would know presented for folks who are more newer. I know he's doing quite well, so I'm quite happy with it because I like when my videos do well because YouTube gives me money. No, I like when when my videos do well. Especially when they're a video where I'm trying to teach something, right? That's like, if I feel like I have imparted something on somebody that will be useful, that's when I feel satisfied. That's why, even though the shorts are a lot easier to make and frankly a lot more profitable, I've been trying to make more long videos because that's where the real value is to me. I don't get that much pleasure out this silly combo and that isn't actually like applicable to anything, and I got a lot of views. What is your ideal team setup going into Champions? Do I think typical VGC strats will going to be severely changed from then? The answer to the first question is I don't know, because we don't know what Pokemon are legal yet. And the answer to the second question is I don't know, because they don't know if they've changed anything yet. That's the beauty of Champions. We have no idea what's going on, guys. We don't know. We know there's Megas. I've heard there's Megas. We will probably be able to Terra Pokemon as well, eventually. What else? What else is there to say about Champions that we know already? You'll be able to purchase some things with real money, and people aren't happy about that. It will be on Switch eventually, and phone eventually, parentheses, but later eventually. Damn. I think that's everything. I think that's everything we know about Pokemon Champions. Isn't that great? Isn't that wonderful? That doesn't fill me with confidence. it's like hockey. You see, it's like hockey. Pokemon in it. True, I forgot that part. There are Pokemon in it. I guess that's kind of implied, because, like, what are you mega evolving and terastallizing? I guess yourself? You could... I'm personally a fan of Terra Grass Scraw. That way he has to touch grass. Did you still Knoxville and Orlando 2023? Very nice. Very, very nice. I was at Orlando, not at Knoxville that year. Do I think 2023 was the year I missed Worlds because so 2023 I like was pretty, you know what, we can talk about that later. Which Terra I would like for the most? Well, Aaron, this depends immensely on how the hat scales with my body size, right? Because, like, there are Pokemon where it is just too big on the head, right? And if you give me that one, I'll pick one of, like, the less elaborate ones. But if it's like comfortable, then I might think about it more. Terra Steel, you're gonna... It's gonna be way too heavy. No, but, like, Aaron, like, they don't scale... Like, it's not a one-to-one scale, right? Like, have you looked at what Terra Azumarill, or, like, Terra Azurill looks like? Like, how is, like, he's gonna get squished. It doesn't scale proportionately. It's, like, random, I swear. Like, I think, I don't have Blender or the models or anything, but I would bet you the fairy hat they put on Azurill is bigger than, like, if you Terra Fairy or Golden Go. Like, I swear to God. Do you think there'll be a combo of Terra and Mega at the same time in Champions? I don't think so. I don't think so. At least not right away. Assuming it weighs nothing. Assuming it weighs nothing. Assuming it weighs nothing. I don't know, fairy type? I'm a pretty flamboyant guy. I like love. And fairy's one of my favorite types. So yeah, there we go, the fairy. I'd wear the fairy hat, Aaron. Is that what you want to get the man in his pink striped shirt to say? That he wear the fairy hat? Huh? Is that what you wanted? Do I think people will look back on Terra and Dynamax with fondness in the future? I think people will look back on Terra really fondly the second we get a format with Amoonguss in it again, post Terra. Like, the moment it happens. Because I feel like people have forgotten how to play around Amoonguss. It's a balance mirror. We're gonna be here a while. Dynamax? Kind of. I mean, I like Dynamax. I just like nostalgic because it wasn't the first, like, mechanic when I played the game competitively. But it really is a whole different game. Like, I had to dedicate a lot of time to learning how to play Mons without the goal of Mons being optimize your Dynamax as well as you can. Like, that sort of value being spread back out across all your pieces, like, it was a really, really big adjustment for me. And that's why I'm really happy that we had a Spike Myth Cup in that, like, the sort of, like, unofficial format a lot of people played. So it was like no Dynamax and like a limited dex, and like it's basically where I learned how to play like Incineroar stuff. I feel like without it, you get much more typical Pokemon dynamics. Do you think we'll get more combinations without being able to make Mons less effective adding resists? No, I don't think so. I don't think Terra. I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't think it changes very much. I feel like Terra doesn't, like, fundamentally alter team building. It might in the way that you're like, you know, I'll put a Terra Grass on here because I have too many Amoonguss answers. That's why I like Slugmon's getting so popular. But I think there are way less Pokemon that only see play because of Terra than people like to pretend there are, frankly. Right? Like, watch a game of VGC and, like, what's in Terra? Like, their Fluttermane, their Amoonguss, their Urshifu? Were they not going to play that Pokemon if they didn't have access to Terra? Of course not. What a silly question. Or what a silly question that person, this hypothetical asked, not the initial question. The initial question was not silly. What I think about IVs being moved? I could take it or leave it. Yeah, I could take it or leave it. I don't think I've ever played like a funky IV. I think I played like a funky IV on a Fluttermane once to optimize Life Orb damage, but it's such a minute thing. And, like, it is a weird extra layer that doesn't really need to be there. So whatever. I don't really care. Rick, are we playing in Orlando? I don't know. I wish I knew. I'd kind of like a no Terra format. That'd be kind of fun. Dip our toe, like, people kept being like, oh, we'll never get a no Terra format, because then, like, they're, like, not advertising, like, the thing of Scarlet Violet, but, like, they've already announced that, like, next month, getting Reg I, and that's it. We're not even paying attention to Scarlet Violet anymore. So we're not getting any more raids, we're not getting any more updates, so who cares about Scarlet Violet at this point? Just, I guess maybe people won't watch the show? Do they even Terra in the show still? Because now they can Mega Evolve instead. Do they do both? I don't know. To relearn speeds, that's not a temporary issue. Yeah, I guess, Ryan. And the other thing is, like, there's very few Pokemon that, like, literally always forever run 0 speed IV. So, like, you already know what their not invested stat is already, right? Like, it doesn't change that much. I would like to know if they are removing the 31s. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, this kind of gets back to what I was talking about before, about, like, nitty-gritty stuff versus, like, more casual stuff. Like, I like the nitty-gritty stuff. I think it's cool when somebody messes with their IVs so that their Incineroar moves before their Farigiraf and Trick Room. So they can, like, knock off Hyper Voice. I have done that. So I have played a few, like, weird IVs. But, like, there's very few people that, like, often do that, right? That often do that and, like, get big success with it. Like, honestly, like, it's a nerf to Wolf, because Wolf loves doing stuff like that. Well, I think the thing about it, Noah specifically, is I feel like messing with IVs is never something where it, like, comes up and you're like, oh no, like, if I could have made this small optimization with my IV and I would have won a game, then it's foul play, but that's a whole other story. It's something where it, like, allows you to create a game plan in team building, when it comes up. And when it does come up, it is, again, it is interesting, it is cool. Do I think taking away a whole extra stat system for casual players to learn is better? Yeah, I do. I do think it's better. You know, like, sure, like, funky IVs on Mons is a thing. And I know C-Buddy had, like, a Fergraf on the team, so I imagine it was exactly what I mentioned, right? This very common thing of, like, oh, you knock off in Trick Room, and then you get to Hyper Voice. And, like, stuff like that is interesting and cool, but I think, again, I really do think it does not add that much to the game. Or at least adds less to the game than... I think it adds a small enough amount to the game that removing it so that there's one less thing people have to learn to get into the game is fine, is worthwhile. Hi, Cheppa. True, would probably had 2 messy attack IV, messy IVs. Yeah, I mean, honestly, okay, I stuff like that. I like Nezzy. I really like messing with my stats to make sure that, like, all these different permutations of my lead give the P2 the wrong boost. Like, I used to think that was kind of silly. And now that I've become such, like, a crazy, like, min-maxer with everything, I actually really enjoy, like, being like, oh, what if I do it this way? Oh, or this way? Like, I enjoy doing stuff like that. It's funny. And honestly, James, the reason I stopped asking you to get 0 attack IV on stuff, because, like, I don't think... I cannot remember the last time. And I think it might have been in Hawaii that somebody clicked foul play. Wow, Chuppa, was your weird IVs on your Sunroom team also so your Incineroar would knock off before your Farigiraf clicked an attack in Trick Room? The only, like, really common like weird speed trick in this whole generation. I know, James, and I appreciate it. But yeah, I think literally the last time somebody clicked foul play on one of my Pokemon in a match that was worth championship points, was literally in Hawaii. How's it going, Aaron? Welcome to the stream. How did I know, Chuppa? Because I guessed, and I think you sent me your paste at some point. Oh, is that true? No, that's cool. Okay. Yippee, we did it. But I think it was like a while also I'm just speeding up your stuff. This match is still going. Oh, there's 20 and 3 now. We love chit-chatting. Stay ahead of the game while being broke. You know, Chuppa, you know you're part of the problem. One of my favorite comment I got on that ill-advised post I made today was people saying coaching is pay to win. So shame on you. Let's break it down. True. think the box space stuff will be annoying eventually. I think, like, realistically, like, nobody who... I don't know. I think the box space stuff is overblown. Those pay to lose that have a problem. Yeah, that's true, Chuppa. I think the idea is people don't want... I think people don't want to pay at all is the problem. Nerd. Mods. Get him. Get him, mods. He called me a nerd. This is taking longer than I expected to only play 4 rounds. Where is... What's this? Don't be sorry. I mean, I'm complaining because I'm impatient, not because it's, like, inappropriate. What else can we talk about? Oh, the round's over. Yippee! Which means the round is up. Yippee! KST VGC. P2 with Cornerstone. Now that's interesting. Now that's something you don't see every day. They don't have Tailwind. It's very interesting. It's maybe like a Tornamungus angle. Interesting. Ooh, that was weird. Dropped off for a second there. My opponent is not checking in. If after all this my opponent doesn't show up, I'm gonna be annoyed. They have 3 minutes. Give you free YouTube membership? No! Because if I do that, it's not free. It costs me money. You! Become a member, Mr. Banker Man. Alright, so my opponent has 3 minutes to check in. If they don't check in, we're going to play a best of 3 against Yotam. Instead. Someone paged Mishi? What do you mean someone paged Mishi? Where is Mr. Durbest? I don't see Mr. Durbest. So I recorded a short talking about, like, the hypothetical of, excuse me. The hypothetical possibility of if that new Rotom form ends up in VGC. And I was sitting there like, man, I feel like somebody is going to comment on this and be like, who cares? Let us play our game for fun. And I'm like, all right, because making a short about the hypothetical Pokemon makes you unable to enjoy the game. I don't know. I'm being... New Rotom form? Yotom, yes. Did you not watch the Pokemon Presents? It's a little radio. And they, like, gave it new typing and stuff, too, which is why I'm convinced that it'll actually show up. Dude, me? That's what I'm saying, Noah. I feel like that a lot lately. I've been getting more and more and more comments where I'm like, dude, like, just turn off the video. Like, okay, my opponent showed up. And I have great news for you, Peaceful Demon. There will be... plenty of nostalgia Pokemon. That's what they love to do. You know the commercial's gonna be like, you could use Charizard to beat Mewtwo. And they'll be like, whoa. Was 2912, 2912. Yeah, okay, put it right. Give you Ditto? I'm sure Ditto will be in the game too. Like, Ditto will be in the game. Ditto's like a genuinely interesting VGC mon. It's like, there's very few mons that I can, like, not see myself using ever in, like, a serious tournament. Ditto was one of them. Like, I just do not like the randomness that putting Ditto on your team, like, inherently creates. I once accidentally optimized, for Ditto stuff. Like, literally purely accidentally. I want to balance bury this guy game one, I think. Let them learn lines. Nate, he's kind of... Hi, Matt. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super chat. And I hope your shift is uneventful. I'm going to ignore the guy who copied your message because he didn't super chat it. So take that, Yotom. Yeah, I kind of want to balance bury this guy game one. It's like really like, I know this is really passive, but like I want to do it. I hope your shift at the fire station is uneventful. How are you? You guys making fun of a firefighter in check. Come on. Don't make fun of, don't copy the firefighter's message. The long day factory? That's true. True. Long day at the long... I hope I don't have a long day tomorrow. Clocks into my shift at the long day factory. Yeah, it's crazy. They do everything in increments of 11. Make bathroom breaks. You just gotta pee. Really annoying. How great? How cool? I almost want to just like fake out the. I almost want to fake out the Incin, spore the P2, and then like. Ooh, the Incin's faster. I will not be doing that. I'll be thinking fake out and spore and seeing what they give me. You gonna fake out my fake out? You gonna fake out my Incin? You gonna fake out my P2 and Ice Beam it? What are you gonna do? Or my Amoonguss and Ice Beam? What are you gonna do? Huh? Huh? Hey, taunt. I don't think so. No, they're gonna be. Can you imagine I did all that and then I look down and I go, oh no, wait, actually they're taunt. Never mind, guys. This is really bad. If they let me get the spore on the P2, I'm pretty happy. But it is hard swapping to Ursaluna. Yeah. Ooh, and Cornerstone. Ooh, that's rough. That's really not great. All right. Let's think here. So I did get Turbo Boomed, you're right. So they're Ghost on their Ursaluna. Okay. So like they could just Power Whip Facade here. But I don't wanna risk Ursaluna. I don't wanna risk or a Bonk Facade here. Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't like this play, but I ran out of time. Slow bear. That's good to know. Wait, this is fine. This is like turbo fine. Until I don't know my calcs, I don't kill with this Dazzling Gleam. No, okay, yeah, it's turbo fine. And I'm pretty specially invested on this Ursh, so I think the P2 gets the attack boost. Yeah, nice. Okay, so on this board, we just bring in our Incin, click Dazzle. It's a Flutter, well, yeah, but it's an Urshifu next to it. So we get like a really, especially bulky Pokemon as well, really especially weak Pokemon. I bet no. There's Pokemon with lower special. There are Pokemon with a lower defense stat, or with a lower special defense stat than Flutter's defense stat. Okay. All right, guys. Don't bully me. No bully, streamer. There you go. Yotam, I'm gonna ban you. I'm gonna ban you, Yotam. How'd you do it at UIC, buddy? What was your record, by the way? Just asking. What's your excuse? Yeah. I can be mean too. That's true. I wasn't going to, because you weren't mean to me. Yeah, skipped over. I will admit I forgot they didn't Terra yet. Break it down. True, let's break it down. We eat the Flare Blitz. We do not eat the Flare Blitz. Why do I think we eat the Flare Blitz? You're not going to hit range down, okay? I am so used to bold Flutter Mane now. I need to get this out of my head. I don't really stream big stakes tours because I'm usually traveling on weekends, so I very rarely play online tours that are worth anything. So the way I stop it is by basically saying to my opponent, not literally saying it to them, but sort of my mentality is if you really, 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 really want to win this like prizeless Pokemon tournament so badly, that you want to stream snipe me, this means a lot to you. You got it. That's how I feel, at least. Should we play in a way that gets the wins if you get hard red? I mean, that too. That too. That also. No, a lot of people, they'll hide their thing, or they'll do whatever. In my opinion, like, the least exciting part of VGC, of, like, watching a VGC streamer, to me, is, like, watching the turn play out. That, who cares? I want to see the thought process. So I'm not going to hide the thought process and the thinking, because I'm worried about a sniper. Or a stream sniper. That's boring as hell. Okay, something really valuable I learned that game is my opponent's Ursa is slow as hell. So even though that turn looked not great for me last time, I think if I can create a situation where I say, look, like, I'm going to try to deny your trick room is probably worthwhile. Like, if I was trying to play a tour as hard as I could and I cared about the result, like, I'm trying, don't get me wrong, but if I was like, I need to lock in, this is important, not just for fun, I wouldn't stream it, because that's distracting. That's how I feel, at least. Very good, Jay. Good job. I mean, this is a free fake out spore, right? Yeah, this is fake out whatever the P2 slot has goes to bed. Fake out a mirror. They're gonna hard swap to Ursaluna on the Ogerpon slot. I should think more. True! Start over. Start from scratch. Okay, I can actually let me get it. I'm gonna this U-turn Sludge here. So it's probably a little aggressive. It's special attack boost. Of course it's beneficial. It's always beneficial. It is a special attacker. I'm risking a lot on a cudgel crit here, maybe. But that's true. You're very good at this game. Run coming in. I should click knock. Why did I click U-turn? What's Hutsa? Oh, your own wish movie. Okay. Them bringing Mushroom this time makes this a little more annoying. I'm just going to Shadow Ball you and say you are not prepared. Yeah, I just forgot it. I won't a set is what I say when people ask me if I want to play. I go, no, I won't. I won't a set. Because, like, this won't kill. And I couldn't go for, like, the double up because I had Berry. And now I'm sitting here kind of useless on the board with my Flutter Mane, unfortunately. Pichu's up. Pichu's Trick Rooming. Okay. So this isn't great. I didn't respect the Mungus enough. I do this right, I should be able to get some value. Oh, that was so obvious, Jacob. Come on. As soon as they clicked the button, I knew what was happening, and I was like, it was fun. I really did not think they would go after the sleeping Fluttermane there. Wow. We have to fight for the board that we need to win now. I was sure they would get some pot damage down onto the Ensign, but I guess they figure they have the Ursalunas, they don't need to. I'm not playing very precisely. If I can waste this turn for my opponent, then maybe things can go okay in the end. Ooh, okay, okay. We blank one turn. We blank a turn. Two TR turns left. Detect. Burn a sleep turn. Let them remove my Fluttermane. Sure. EQ. Yep, goodbye, Flutter. Here comes Ensign. This might get there. He gave us the first Trick Room, at least. Who's getting sacked? Something's getting sacked here. Thanks, Dragonair. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the support. So how do I get out of this? It's like you have to Rage Powder here, right? You have to Rage Powder your Terra Fairy. Is this crazy? It was just bad. It was just a bad play. I just made a bad play because I forgot they could Terrestrialize. And now they're going to remove my Urshifu, and now I lose. I don't have my own videos. I do not. I have a very talented editor. Yeah, now everything on my team loses the Terra flying on this Porygon. Do I have a way back in? Survey says no. Not that another fake out, that's for sure. Maybe they mess up. Like, that's my line. My line is maybe they mess up. Because they do have to cover for if I just, like, get crazy and attack with my Urshifu, right? Yeah, game crash. Game tree. Is that the text Sakamungus? Because I'm -1 on Urshifu. So it wouldn't have actually gotten me anywhere, even if I intimidated the Ursaluna. I needed to both reset the drop. Like, I needed a lot to go right. Because I close combated. Not playing around the Terra, because I'm getting sleepy. Whopper Wednesday, baby. True. I used to be a Whopper Wednesday enjoyer when I was in law school. You know what? This seems really strong to me, actually. Because with the 4 they've been bringing, most of their Pokemon literally can't hit Terra Steel Crests, and then I have a lot more wiggle room to play around. And their team is really slow. Like, really weirdly slow. Do they not know going fast first is good in Pokemon? No, I'm kidding about that part, but... True. True, Noah. I'm clicking Moonblast Spore. I don't care. I don't care. I'm clicking Moonblast Spore. I think the name of the game here is remove the instant and like use my crest to get a lot of value out of everything else. Maybe I need to... Maybe... But like, even if you're a AV, like, Blast... Do I care if you Terra Grass this turn? No, Flutter Mane has done its job. If you want to throw a Flare Blitz at me... Be my guest. Especially if it's that slot. It's going good. I think I'm okay with this double swapping here. They're not gonna just let me put you to sleep. Because that was bad. I didn't think that through, actually. Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. Damn. What do I do now? How bad is it? Probably fine. Yeah, no. In my head, I was afraid of getting. Facaded, but they weren't. I love you so much, Ursula, the goat. I can also barely believe it. What's the roll on that? On the literal 1 HP live. I thought about Terra Ghosting there too, honestly. But I just thought it was too gambity. You know what I mean? I really like getting damage on their P2 here. Hold on. Whoa. Oh, Oh no, I'm overselling this. And out of the headlong rush, I am once again not sure if I'm overselling this. No, I don't think I can win. I don't think I actually can win from here. I didn't think I was gonna live. Oh, I still have a Moongus. Why did I think this was a... Why did I think this was a 3v1 or a 3v2? I think I do think I have to bring this in here. It's a mind game now. I did a little more than half. This matchup's... This is... I'm playing this so rough. I made such a, that was such a huge mistake. If he called the double, if he called the reverse, then we're in trouble. He didn't. Okay. Oh, is this right back where we were? I think yes. I think he's slightly less healthy than he was. And you go Pollen Puff? Okay, you do. This isn't strictly over. If they got this read, then now it's strictly over. They got the read. Good read. I played this kind of poorly. No, Chris never getting there. I played this really sloppy. Like, obscenely sloppily. Like, I thought about clicking Dazzling Gleam that turn. I don't really like Fluttermane in this matchup. Like, I kept bringing it, but... I'm bold. Is a special attack boost? Yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, no, Terra. No, it's pretty over, Noah. How's it not over? Yeah, I should have locked Gleam. That was a read. I shouldn't have played so predictably, but Autopilot. Whatever, good game. I think I played that pretty poorly and almost brought it back. So I'm not too upset. Yeah, I didn't think far enough ahead. Oh, I guess we're just playing 4 rounds. Fascinating. My opponent wants to play, we'll play, sure. Mouse hold, Minior. Whatever, it's fun. It's for funsies. Yeah, no, I think if they didn't get the spore that if they didn't spore my Ursa on Switch, which completely my fault. I was not thinking ahead. I was not thinking heads up there. I could have won. And then after that, I got into a 50-50. So it's, you know, it is what it is. I will say, I've been, like, consistently surprised by how little damage our Fluttermane does and how much damage it deals. I need to, like, remember how to play Frail Fluttermane. I am so used to this, like, crazy bold stuff. Alright. Our opponent has some chicanery, some shenanigans, some... I don't know what else to call it. I'm not going to tell you guys anything about this team, because I want you guys to be surprised as it happens. And if you look it up after I said that, you're no fun. All that being said... I do think the Balance Squad does really well here. Is Evil Afoot? There is Evil Afoot. There's a Minior on this team. I'm not doing the Myriad Man evil voice. It's 9:30? Oh my god. I used to be live for like a half hour and be like, I'm falling asleep. I'm tired. This is too much energy. I've gotten a lot more used to it. And guys, if you are enjoying the stream, leave a like. Become a member. Currently, no, actually. Not with current VGC rules. There's a way to play ranked VGC on Scarlet and Violet and play double battles. But it is not the same rules set as we are currently playing. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who that is. I don't know where I am. I don't know who that is. I'm very scared all the time. No, so Ace F King, they did. They did do that. But it is desynced from current VGC recently. They are playing the format that the World Championship just played. You know, I wasn't sure if I lived without Terra-ing, because like, yeah, you're intimidated, right? But I was like, oh, should I Terra? I was through Friend Guard. Hitmontop. I'm not gonna lie, that did like way more damage than I thought it would. I'm gonna get weird. Like, this is not the most like, this is not like the correct switch, but wait, eat that right? Surely. Damn. This is like hitting this is like switching on an inertia fu. That's so much? Such much? And now we go get some regenerator. Blast the Hitmontop. He says, blast the Hitmontop. No, I did consider clicking Dazzling Ling. I did think about clicking the Razzle Dazzle. A huge wrong lesson to take away from that, Ace. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Like, I don't think anybody, even Pokemon, even VGC's like biggest like fans, think we're gonna become league-sized. So if what you're saying is the league becomes profitable at its current size eventually, if I'm a marketing exec for Pokemon, I don't think, oh, we need to keep trying. I think, oh no. That's what I think. Well, but you're missing the point, right? Like, we're talking about competitive Pokemon. There are lots of things. Now, there are lots of things in the world. I just got Meteor Mashed by a Clefairy. Yeah, there are a lot of things that are really common, are really popular, rather, that does not, like, directly make, like, make them. I can't think. Like Mickey Mouse, right? Mickey Mouse is really popular. Really popular. If you looked me in the eye and you were like, Mickey Mouse is one of the most iconic characters ever. Of course, Kingdom Hearts can be like the #1 esport. No, Kingdom Hearts is a single player game, but bear with me for the example. I would say, dog, what are you talking about? Okay, so they added Fairy. So they added a new type to sell the game. I'm right now. They didn't go, Dragon's too strong, let's add a new type. They went, let's add a new type to build hype. And since we're already doing it, might as well do some tweaking. Like, that's what happened, right? And honestly, Tortilla, the stuff they've added to the game being really, really good and competitive, if anything, proves the point. I'm just gonna, I don't care. Yeah, that's fine. Proves the point I'm making here. Excuse me. Mons. Like, these new competitive Mons are not balanced. They nerfed Cress, like, way too late. They tweaked Cress. And, like, pointing to small adjustments, that happen on a multi-year long time frame, to say, therefore, they care about competitive Pokemon, no one here is saying there is not some little section of some one of Pokemon's many subdivisions where they worry about competitive play. What I am saying is, when Nintendo, the publicly owned company that owns a large portion of Game Freak and Creatures, the companies that, make Pokemon, sit down to talk about that particular IP, the highest grossing IP in the world, I guarantee you an infinitely larger amount of time is spent discussing how to sell specifically keychains. Like, I'm not even saying like merch in general, but I'm saying just an example of a specific keychain then is spent discussing competitive Pokemon. And I would bet that is true. Even now with champions on the horizon. I love competitive Pokemon. I think it's fun. I think it's interesting. I think it's one of the few competitive video games that you can play like at the top or a high level as an older person without worrying about like reflexes slowing down, which is a really interesting thing. I mean, I'm 28. I shouldn't be complaining about that yet, but that's something that I value, so it can be like a long time hobby. I want it to succeed. There is so little of a chance that we ever make it like big. I'm trying so hard to make VGC popular. Why do you think I say things like, do you think I say 6'7" and Skibbity Ohio in my shorts for fun? I'm trying to attract the young people to play VGC. Excuse me. I'm gonna lose it if this doesn't blow up. Damn, this is like an instant. It's gonna live this earning because of the citrus berry. This T-Tar saw instants, and I want to do that. It's intimidating, to be fair. I don't need the world champ difference to make VGC popular. There's already a guy trying to do that. I know they can do it, I just didn't expect it. No, I'm lying. I didn't update this when I lost for game. I'm gonna be annoying and stall out Sam the right way. I'm sorry. Well, I'm glad you said you'd ask your parents. That being said, we're already X1, and it's already almost 10, so I'm not playing cut, if there is a cut, so there is no way I win this tournament. There was no cut. Well, then, did the guy that was XO win? If he didn't, it comes down to breakers. No. Just do breakers. Just do breakers. I want to go to bed. I'm not playing another round. Let the old strength of schedule handle it. I don't think that would kill. Do I punch cats? No. No, I don't punch cats. What a terrible thing to ask. But okay. It is getting late. It's getting late. I have some other work I need to get done before I go to bed. I'm going to end stream now so that even if through some miracle I do get something, everyone will be saved from any donos. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. There'll be a short tomorrow. I want to get a video done soon. The long form out as soon as I can. With all that